The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for joining me again tonight for another episode of Every 8 Hours. I'm glad you guys made it here safely. I hope you guys are doing well. Tonight's story would be about 24-year-old Jayde Marshay Bell-Louis. She's originally from Chicago, Illinois, but she was living in Arlington, Texas. Jade was the mother of a 3-year-old daughter. She also was a recent college graduate, and she secured a job in healthcare. I'm not sure what aspect of healthcare she was doing, but her brother reported that she was very happy about her accomplishments, and the family was very proud of her for her accomplishments. At this point, Jade decided that she wanted more out of her life. So part of Jade's new start was going to be getting rid of her current boyfriend. She was in a relationship with 29-year-old Tanavian Smith, and she told her brother that things weren't working out. They had only been dating for about 6 months, but she told her brother things weren't working out, and she just wanted to make a fresh start. So as you ladies know, once you make a fresh start, or once you start trying to level up, because that's essentially what was happening. Jade was leveling up. She was realizing she could accomplish good things with her life. She was realizing the relationship she was in was not making her happy, and she did not want to be in that space anymore. And I can tell that this was going on from the things that she posted to her Facebook page. Take a look. And so what I was saying about the leveling up is honestly honest. Like, sometimes the story would tell itself. So on November the 24th of 2021, which was about 5 days before Jade was murdered, she posted, "Sis, take care of this version of yourself. You prayed a lot to become her." So this shows that Jade was awakening. She was getting confident. She was realizing what she could accomplish. She was proud of herself. She was trying to make a new start. The new start did not include her boyfriend, Tanavian Smith. She wanted to be without him. She wanted to start over, she told her brother. They had been dating for 6 months, and the relationship just wasn't working out. So this post was 9 days before she was murdered. Jade posted, "Ever since I realized who the F I am and what I'm not tolerating in my life, I've been happy AF." So basically, you can see things leading up. The first post was 5 days before she was murdered. This post is 9 days before she was murdered. And somewhere there's a hater or ex sitting there, sitting back, watching, probably looking at her post, probably realizing that he's lost her, probably realizing that he messed up, and probably realized that she's definitely going to move on. And that probably was making him more and more angry. And here we have it, guys, the coup de grace. So this post was posted about 24 days before she was murdered. It says, "I don't like that toxic shit, so please leave me alone. I'm happy within myself. I love who I am right now. I'm not taking nobody's shit ever again." And ever again is capitalized. Self-love is doing me good, so good right now. So this is the beginning of November, when she started feeling better about herself, when she decided she didn't want to be in this 6-month relationship anymore, when she decided that she wanted to start fresh. Kudos to her for being 24 years old and not getting herself stuck in a relationship just to be in a relationship, or just to say that she had somebody. As you notice, this was the first post. The other two were further down, closer to when she died. But as you notice, she was getting stronger, and she was letting go. She was letting go of toxicity. She was letting go of everything that she felt like wasn't benefiting her life for her and her daughter. And I really, really commend her for that. She was doing the things that she needed to do. Unfortunately, this criminal, Tanavian Smith, who had been committing crime since 2012, better known as Glocktavius, that's just my nickname for them, was not going to let her go without a fight. The news report reads, "A 29-year-old man is now in custody after investigators say his girlfriend was found fatally shot in an apartment after she informed him that she wanted to break up." 24-year-old Jayde Bell-Louis was found dead in the 1600 block of Nandina Drive in Arlington, Texas on November the 29th. According to the witness report, Bell-Louis was in the process of gathering her boyfriend, Tanavian Smith's things and putting them outside her apartment on November the 27th, when Smith allegedly pushed through the door of the apartment and the two started arguing. arguing. Smith then choked Bell-Louis and then said, "Don't play with me. This won't end well." That was her threat right there. This won't end well. Bell-Louis reportedly told a neighbor about the incident and that she was breaking up with Smith and planned to change the locks on the door. Around 10:30 a.m. of November the 28th, another witness told police they saw Smith and another man exit a white van and head towards Bell-Louis, Bell-Louis' apartment with what appeared to be an AR-15 type weapon. On November the 29th, Arlington police responded to the apartment complex around 4:00 a.m. after a neighbor noticed Bell-Louis' apartment door had been kicked in. Once authorities entered the apartment, they discovered the woman's body. They also noted that Bell-Louis' 2014 Toyota Camry was missing. During the investigation, authorities said they received a call from a witness reporting that Smith contacted them asking if they could rent a car for him. When the witness refused, he then said, "I effed up." Another witness came forward and reported that Smith contacted her and asked for money. Investigators eventually tracked down Bell-Louis' vehicle on Christmas Day and found evidence that Smith had been in the car where the car was abandoned. Smith was eventually arrested on January 21st near Houston on a felony warrant out of Hill County. During a police interview, Smith reported that he and Bell-Louis had broken up in the middle of November and that the last time he saw her was on November the 27th. So he wasn't even smart enough to say that he hadn't seen her in November. I mean, he was caught anyway, but I mean, these Glocktavias be very, very stupid. Another concern is if she told the neighbor she was breaking up with him 2 days before, and then one day before, and then the neighbors see the same guy going toward the apartment with the AR-15 rifle, wouldn't that go in your mind to make you be like, okay, I need to call the police because something may be going down? Also, the fact that she had told the neighbor that he had choked her and told her this wouldn't end well, and then he was walking towards the apartment with the AR-15, like that would trigger some things in my head, like, okay, this girl might not be safe. I mean, I understand not wanting to get involved, but I mean, if you can save a life, I would definitely choose to save the life. So let's look at the news report, and then we'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
Arlington police say a young woman's boyfriend used an assault rifle to shoot and kill her in her own apartment last November. Tanavian Smith is charged with the murder of Jade Lewis. Lewis was found in her apartment after a neighbor reported a door was wide open. Her family says she was an ambitious young woman who had recently finished college and was now ready to start the next phase of her life. Fox 4's Macy Jenkins joins us now from Arlington. Macy.
Hi, Heather. Well, I spoke with the victim's brother. He says that his sister had only been dating Smith for about 6 months. She described plans to break up with him and move on just 2 days before she was found shot to death.
He took a big part of our life out of us. He took a very young, ambitious woman from us. That was my youngest sister, and she meant a lot to all of us.
On November 29, 2021, 24-year-old Jade Bell-Louis was found shot to death in her East Arlington apartment. Her boyfriend, 29-year-old Tanavian Smith, now charged with her murder.
When I first met him, he was actually a good guy. He treated her good. He bought her stuff. Like, he was just a good guy.
But Jade's brother, Jonathan Bell, says the relationship had become rocky. He says his sister told him she planned to break up with Smith and move on. Police records show that she called a friend 2 days before she was found dead. Jade described to the friend an argument she had had with Smith that day. He allegedly choked and threatened her, saying, quote, "Don't play with me. This won't end well."
I knew it was him because she had talked to me Thanksgiving Day about him, like threatening her and stuff like that, and just saying little stuff.
One day before Jade was found dead, a neighbor reported seeing Smith coming in and out of her apartment, carrying an AR-15 style rifle and loading bags into Jade's car. Cell phone records also put him at the apartment complex all day. The day Jade was found dead, her car was found dumped in Lancaster. Police say Smith texted someone he knew that day, saying he messed up and needed a rental car. Last week, Smith was arrested outside of Houston on outstanding felony warrants from Hill County.
I just don't understand, like, how you can just honestly, how do you throw your own life away to murder someone else?
Bell says he was proud of his sister, who was passionate about her career as a healthcare professional and even more passionate about her 3-year-old daughter, Nolani, who doesn't understand why her mother is gone.
She asks for her mother every day, and it's like, It's like hard. It's kind of hard because she's used to seeing her mother every day, and it's been months and she hasn't seen her.
Now, Smith has a criminal history that dates back to 2012. Some of those charges include forgery and drug charges.
So y'all just saw that news story on her, and you saw what her brother had to say. FYI, somebody is not nice just because they're buying you things. It's all about how that person is treating you, and sometimes their real behavior will slip out. We just really got to pay attention. Also, I think that we need to come up with the plan as women as far as when we're going to leave a person. You know, we've all heard everyone saying not to tell anyone when you're leaving, you know, make this something private that nobody knows about. But I think we need to go further. I think we need to come up with an exit strategy. And basically, the exit strategy should begin before the relationship even began. As a matter of fact, the exit strategy should start today. And the exit strategy is that we're going to have one person, one homegirl, one aunt, one family member, cousin, distant cousin that lives somewhere else. One person, whenever you get in a relationship, you're going to have one person that you're not going to introduce this person to. It doesn't matter how long you guys are together. It doesn't matter if you guys end up married. It doesn't matter. You will never introduce this person to that friend or to that family member or to that cousin. That person will not know that your man will not know that that person exists. So that if by chance this person becomes violent, and if by chance you need somewhere to go, that's the person that you can go to. That's the person he will know nothing about. That's the person that you could escape and he wouldn't think to go and look for you. Because when you get involved with someone, they become a complete part of your life. You guys become enmeshed together. You pretty much know all their people. They pretty much know all your people. So I think the exit strategy plan should be that each one of us, whenever you get involved into a relationship, just have one person that person that you're involved with knows nothing about. Don't make this your close girlfriend where y'all go out all the time or y'all take pictures all the time. No, make this somebody that you're not that close to. Somebody that, no, I'm not going to say not that close to, somebody that really, really cares about you, but that you don't hang out with often, someone at a distance. Okay. And you want to protect that person as much as possible. So you don't want to be texting that person. You don't want to be calling that person. You don't want him to know anything about that person. You got to come up with the way to let that person know that you need a safe space, that you need to go, because that person has to be protected too, because they're going to be taking a big risk, you know, trying to keep you hidden from this person if it comes to that, trying to keep you hidden from your mate if it comes to that. So this person can be out of state. This person can be anywhere, just somewhere that is a safe space that you know this person loves and care about you, and that you know that your partner doesn't know anything about. And it's sad that we will have to do this, but I think it would be a great way for protection, because many times when I've told these stories about women, you know, they may move away from their home for a couple of days or go stay in a hotel, but they still have to go to work, you know. And I think this warrants taking off work. If you have a violent partner and it's to the point where you are not sure what they will do to you and you fear for your life, I think this is a reason for taking a leave from work. I really do, because I know we all have to work, but you have to live to work, right? So we just got to come up with an I can't even talk, an exit strategy so that we can protect ourselves in case we get involved in this situation. Also, you know, she didn't cause her death. Nothing she did cause her death. Not even telling him she was leaving, nothing. He was crazy. He was crazy, and her death is completely on his hands, and she had nothing to do with it. But to protect ourselves, ladies, please never tell anybody that you're leaving. Never let them know that you're feeling better without them, that you're doing so much better without them. You need to absolutely disappear from their life. You need to go no contact. And if you never heard of no contact, it's a strategy where you basically disappear like that person never existed. No Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok, no Snapchat. Change your number, change your address. You basically are completely no contact. Well, they do not know anything about you, and they do not know how to get in contact with you. Also, as I always state, practice your Second Amendment right. Pay attention to the behaviors of the people who are around you. When he choked her that day before he murdered her, I really feel like that was her warning sign right there that he was going to kill her. I really do. I feel like when he choked her and told her this will not end well, he meant it. And they say when people show you who they are, please believe them. Ladies, please believe them. Please believe them. When he choked her, he was showing her he was going to end her life. Okay? So, every 5.5 hours, we are being murdered by someone who says they care about us, by someone who's supposed to love us. Please make sure we're paying attention to the warning signs, and please come up with your exit strategy. Anything you guys want to contribute, get in the comments and tell me what you think about this story. Tell me some other ideas for an exit strategy that you have that other people can use. If you've been in a domestic violence situation and you don't mind telling your story below and telling what strategies you used to make sure you were able to survive, I would really love and appreciate that. One story I have is I was dating a guy when I was in my 20s, and he was very, very violent, and I really felt like this man would kill me. And he never really physically hit me, but he would shove and do things that let me know that he was escalating. And so what I did was, just one night, I just had an epiphany. I just had an epiphany that this guy was going to kill me. And so I called my best friend, and she came over, and it was 5:00 in the morning. And at 5:00 in the morning, we packed everything that I had, and I moved in the middle of the night. I moved, I changed my number, I disappeared off the face of the earth. And I really feel like to this day, that was what really, really saved my life. Sometimes circumstances will tell you that something is not right and that this person has the potential to hurt you. We really, really got to save ourselves, ladies, because as you can see, the brother, he seems like he was aware of the situation, but really no one will really save you except yourself, not even the cops. We have to save ourselves. And so we have to plan exit strategies every 5.5 hours. This is happening. I don't know if I had said 6 earlier because it was 8 and then it was 6 and now it's 5.5, but every 5.5 hours this is happening. Unfortunately, I have a lot of stories to come back and tell you guys about. There's a lot going on with the world with C-19 and depression and isolation and a lot of suicides, a lot of murder-suicides, and a lot of murders, period. I mean, people are just losing their minds, and we have to stay safe, and we have to, like I said, have us an exit strategy. I pray that Tanavian Smith gets the justice that he deserves. Last time I checked, he was locked up in the jail with no bond. I hope it stays that way. I pray that her little I cannot talk tonight. Her 3-year-old daughter finds peace. I pray that her family finds peace, and I pray that Miss Jade Lewis is finally able to have peace, even if it isn't on earth. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys in the next story.
I'm making it plain, yes. We will kill you for our woman. We believe that if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men and place the same penalty over the head of anyone who puts his filthy hands out to put in the direction of our women.